So I got one of the ribeyes from the butcher shop, and we're gonna see if I fucked it up. And while we do this, I decided that on my other site, people love my naked story times with Ashley. So why don't we just make like lunchtime, like our little date to learn about each other? And I think this is perfect for me. See, what do you guys think? What is that? A medium? Medium well? Anyways, I ran out of the herb butter, which I'm kind of sad about. And honestly, my vagina has just made me sad in general. And I just really realized it's probably also because Thanksgiving is next week. And I just don't do the best with the holidays. So, this is really good. Do I love it? Yes. But technically this steak was like $26, whereas like the blue package, I got 2 steaks for $28. So do I love that place and do I love the steaks? Yes, but is it worth twice the amount of the blue package? I don't know 100%. I can't answer that question. Anyways, so I've never liked any of the holidays. Give me anxiety. Just reminds me, like, I don't really have a family. Like, I do, but like I've just not, that's just a lot of to hang out with all of them. And so Thanksgiving was really stressing me out, and I think I decided I'm gonna go and stay in southern Arkansas and have dinner with my half brother and his family, that I have not seen since I was 18. And before that, like that trip when I was 18, I had not seen them since I was probably about like 8. So that should be fun. Like, essentially what happened when I was a kid was like, I always thought my biological mom like abandoned me. But years later, after being in the foster system in California, I like got this letter one day, and it was from her, and she was like, we tried to reach out our whole lives, but like we just weren't allowed to talk to you. And it was like I thought the bitch didn't like me. Turns out my family kept her from me. But I didn't just like, I realized lately, like, it wasn't just like my trauma of losing her. Like, there's other people that got affected. Like, not only did I not get a relationship with my half brother and my half sister, like they didn't get a relationship with me. Like, so a lot of just people were affected by other people's decisions, and I think that's kind of bullshit. But whatever. I was a fucking child and had no control over it. So, I remember when I was a kid being super close to my older half brother. They lived in Arkansas and I lived in Illinois, and they would come visit because they lived with their dad and he had custody. They'd visit in the summers. I remember loving him like a brother at one point. And then my life happened. So like I'm excited. I don't know how I feel. I think it makes Thanksgiving a little even more nerve-wracking because like what if I don't know. I'm just trying. I just gotta survive it, I think. I'm trying not to cry right now. The steak is really good. But again, like but I also love my money. It's a dilemma, you guys. But at the very least, I think it's gonna be really cool that my kid gets to meet more of her cousins. She's gonna be confused how she has more cousins because she has so many, because technically like she's grown up knowing my foster parents as her grandparents. And then those set of cousins, but then like started getting introduced to cousins on my dad's side. Now we're doing ones on my mom's side. She'll be like, I mean, she kind of gets it. Also, do you guys eat the really fatty parts? I really struggle with the extra, like when it's a chunk of fat, I don't like the texture. And also, I feel like I need to be adding way more butter or something because I run out of butter to dip it in. It's so good. The meat juice, my child would call it. So what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? I'm trying to convince myself to save some of this steak for when she gets off the bus. The dog's gonna be pissed though. I always get a little bit of my leftover fat. I'm not gonna give her the good part though. I'm gonna eat this outside part and save her the inside part. Just in case you doesn't even eat it. Because this outside part right here is my favorite part. No, dog. But yeah. So, just pray for me or something. Like, I'm not good in these situations. Like, this probably is gonna bring up the emotions. What? I mean, the holidays have to bring up the emotions anyways. I don't know. I like steak. It's the only thing I can cook that I enjoy eating that I made. I mean, I enjoy steak way more when other people make it. I'm not saying I'd like to continue to make my own steak. Never once did I say that. But right there's a lot pincher, I feel like. I feel like people would appreciate that part of the steak way more. Okay, I'm gonna take like 2 more bites. And then I'm gonna save this for her. I hope she appreciates it as a little after school snack. Because they eat lunch, I found out, at like 10. Like, what the fuck? No wonder why my kid comes home like starving to death. They're literally starving her to death in the afternoon.